Hello, my lovely viewers. This is Suchitra, your friend, facilitator, and guide from A to Z English Medium. Hope you all are doing well. In this presentation, I have brought for you one of the very important writing skills which is a part of curriculum of the middle classes, that is 5th to 8th, and again for the senior secondary classes of 11th and 12th. Thus, once you learn it perfectly, it will help you throughout your school life. I am talking about the notice writing. Though it is one of the simple and easy forms of writing skills, but in this video I will give you some tips and suggestions to score better marks in exam. So let us first know what a notice is. A notice is an announcement. It can be official or public, and it can be written or in the printed form. It is written in order to inform a large number of people about something that has already happened or that is about to happen, means the event of past or the upcoming event both. It could be an upcoming event, competition, lost and found notice, or just a piece of information to be delivered to the targeted audience. Yes, this is very important that every notice is not meant for all the people. There are targeted audience for every notice, which you have to mention in the beginning of the notice itself. I will clear it further in my video. Now, let us understand how to write a notice or how to draft it. Actually, all the writing skills have a particular way or particular form of writing, which is known as its format. From the exam point of view, it is very important that you draft a notice according to its correct format. So here is the format of a notice. It contains these 7 important points. The first is name of the issuing agency or organization, which contains the name of the school, college, institute, sector, the office that is issuing that particular notice. Then the second point is to write the word notice in block capital letters. It is followed by date. The date is written in either of these formats which I have mentioned in this slide, that is date, then name of the month, comma, and then the year, or month, date, comma, and then the year. These are the correct formats of writing date in a notice. Date is followed by the heading or the subject of the event. Now, how to write this heading or subject, that I will explain you in my next slide. The next point in the format is the body or content, where you have to fetch all the relevant or necessary details which is given in the question, or which you feel that your targeted audience must know about the topic or the notice that you are writing. So, you should not miss out any important detail. Neither you should add on extra information which is not required. After the content is over, you are supposed to write the name of the authorized person, and after that the designation of that authorized person. Here you can also add a contact detail like a mobile number or an email ID, but that is completely optional. It is not a compulsory part of the format. And the last and very important point for notice writing is that the notice is to be enclosed in a box. So these 7 points are to be remembered while drafting a notice. Now I will show you by using all these 7 points, how exactly your notice would look like when you draft it. This is what a notice looks like when you draft or write it on a page in your examination. First of all, you will write the name of the issued agency or organization and then the word notice. Both these points are to be written in the middle of the line or at the center of the line, neither left nor right. After this, you will mention the date at the left side corner of the page, and then the heading will again come at the center of the line. Now here, the important point to note is the name of the issued agency, the word notice, and the heading should be written in block capital letters, whereas the heading can be underlined or highlighted by shading it with some color so that it will be highlighted in your notice. When the readers will read it, they will first read the heading of your notice. So that is why the heading should be specially highlighted. After this, you will write the content in a few lines, and then again at the left hand side only you will write the name of the authorized person, designation and contact details, which is optional. So in this way you have to take care, or you have to remember where you have to write which point of the notice. And now some important points to remember, the do's and don'ts while writing a notice. First is, do not cross the word limit. This is very important, especially for the senior secondary class students. The CBSE gives the word limit of 50 marks in exam, and you are expected to not to cross that word limit. The second is, repetition of any information should be avoided. Of course, if you are bound to a word limit, you should avoid the repetition of any time so that you can finish your notice within the given word limit. Always enclose the notice in a box. Make sure you draw the box with a pencil. This is an important part of the format of notice which you should not forget. Keep your notice short, crisp and to the point. Okay, so again it is the same thing that as it will be read by public or people, so as short and crispy it will be and to the point, it will be read by more number of targeted audience. Use impersonal formal language, that is third person. Avoid I and you. Yes, notice is actually an official writing skill, so that is why you should avoid the pronouns like I and you, and it should be written in third person narration. At the same time, the language should also be very formal or official, not personal. The title should be captivating and highlighted. So your title should be short, at the same time it should be attractive and it should be highlighted. Like you can either underline it, or you can make it bold, or you can just use a color to write the heading, or you can just shade it with some color so that it will be highlighted in your entire notice. Don't make hypothetical information and facts. Make use of all the available information in the question. As I mentioned you earlier also, neither you have to give any such detail or information which is not relevant or which is not necessary to the topic, nor you have to skip any important information also. So you have to take care that your notice should be up to the point always. Make sure you do not mention your personal information, as it is an impersonal or formal way of writing skill. So obviously you will not fetch any of your personal information in a notice. Your notice shall include answers to all the 5 W's, which include what, why, when, where, and for whom. So after you draft the notice, just check whether you have answered these 5 questions or not. What is the notice all about? Why is it issued? If it is regarding an upcoming event or it has already happened, then the date is mentioned or not, date and day, time, everything. Then the venue and the targeted audience, means for whom that particular notice is drafted for. Now, the purpose for which it is being written should be stated clearly. So again, this point talks about the clarity of your notice. The content should be very much up to the point and it should be clearly delivered to your audience. Focus on presentation and clarity. This is from the exam point of view, students, that your notice should be drafted very clearly. Presentation should be very neat and clean. And as you have to enclose the notice in a box, it is suggested that you draft the notice in 1 page only. Now, here it is the marking scheme. This is particularly for the senior secondary classes, that is 11th and 12th. Notice writing is a part of section B of your question paper. It is a short composition that carries 4 marks. According to CBSE guidelines, here is the marking scheme of this question, where the format of the notice contains 1 mark, the content carries 2 marks, and the expression carries 1 mark. So this is the marking scheme according to the CBSE guidelines, and it is especially for the 11th and 12th class students. Now here is just a couple of samples that I have used here to show you how exactly you can draft a notice. So here is an example which is to be written on behalf of the head boy or head girl of a school. It is about the publishing of their annual magazine, and you have to draft the notice to invite students to submit their write-ups. So this is the question, and how you will be drafting this notice, starting with the name of the issuing agency, that is the name of the school. Then the word notice, you can see that I have also mentioned both these points in block capital letters at the center of the line. Then the date is mentioned on the left hand side, and it is followed by the headline, which is again at the center of the line and in bold capital letters. It is underlined to highlight it. Now you can see I have started with the targeted audience by addressing the targeted audience. This is to inform all the students. So it means that this particular notice is for all the students of the school. And then I have also mentioned the name of the magazine, though it is not given in the question, but as it is relevant to the topic or the question, that is why I have mentioned it on my own. After this, I have highlighted the word self-composed or original entries, so that the students do not submit a copied write-up for this magazine. That is why this term is highlighted. Then I have mentioned what type of write-ups are welcomed, like poem, short story, essay, article, paintings, caricature, etc. And then how the students can submit their write-ups. So I have chosen the mode of an email, and I have given an email ID so that the students can submit their write-ups directly to that by sending their write-ups to this email ID. I have mentioned the last date of submission and as a special feature, I have mentioned that only selected write-ups will be published, so that afterwards also all the students who will be submitting the write-ups will not have a query that their write-up is not published though they submitted it. So that is why it is written very clearly that the selected write-ups will only be published. Then I have given a greeting of thank you and then the name and the designation. So this is how, by giving all the relevant details, you have to draft a notice. Now this is sample 2, which is related to an upcoming event. This is again issued or published by a school. The head boy or the head girl is issuing the authority to issue this notice. It is about an upcoming inter-school singing competition, and you have to again invite the students, interested students, to participate in it. Now here I would like you to notice the difference, how I have given the information, the detailed information. Rest of the things are same, but see, in this particular sample, I have mentioned the details in a small box again. Why is it so? Because in this way, you will highlight these important points in your notice. So whenever it is about any upcoming event, try to write the necessary details in a box or tabular form. You can also write it in points as well. Here I have answered all those 5 W's like the date and day, time, venue, categories. Here categories means for whom, it is meant for who is the targeted audience, in charges, last date to enroll names, and as a special feature I have added audition and selection date as well. So in this way, if you will highlight the details in points or in a tabular form, then also it will be clear to the readers to know about all the necessary details about your notice. So children, in this way you can form various types of notices. Now, as far as types of notices are concerned, in school notices only we have a variety of notice writing, like notice for cultural and academic activities, notice of picnic, tours and excursions, notice for sports, Red Cross, camps, lost and found notice, and notice of celebrations. Apart from these school notices, for the senior classes, these are the types of notices which are very, very important for you to practice, like the public notice. Now the public notice is actually targets a large number of public of a particular area or a particular place. Public notice can also target to the entire population of a country as well. Okay. Now the next is academic notice. It includes, it is also a kind of public notice only, but it includes the topics related to academic, any change in the education system, any new policy being introduced, change in the timetable of the examination dates, etc. are included in academic notice. Then there are sale and auction notices also. Then the notices which are issued by different clubs, like the society clubs or the nature club of the city or the social welfare clubs, and etc. Then there are tender notice. It may include government, semi-government or private tenders. Then there are obituary, means a condolence notice at someone's death. So children, in this way there are variety of notices which you need to practice for your exam. And now the tip of the day is, I would like to suggest that perfection in any writing skill comes only through practice, both reading and writing. Thus, I suggest the students to read all the types of notices from various resources like reference books or internet, and once you are well to do with the language, style, expression, format, etc., then do the writing practice as well. I am sure that will fetch you good marks in exams. So that's it from my this video. If you find this fruitful, please like and share it, and please drop your valuable comment in the comment box. Thank you for watching my video. Take care.